Hello students, welcome to Ratan's classes. Today our topic is transportation in plants. In last class we did transportation in human beings, in which we did the circulatory system, about the heart and transportation of the blood and from its deoxygenation to oxygenation. Today we will talk about transportation in plants. In plants we have to transport two things. One is water, another one is food. Water is absorbed through the roots and food is formed in the leaves. So water should be transported from the roots to all parts of the plant, and food will be transported from the leaves to all parts of the plant. So let's talk about water first. There is a tissue, Xylem tissue. These are the vessels which are interconnected all through the plant body so that water can be transported. Let's talk about a tree. This is the root part and this is the aerial part. What happened? The root tips are in touch with soil, and these soil have high concentration of salts. The root tip will uptake the salts. Now the root tip will have high concentration as compared to the above part of the root. So to maintain the equilibrium, the water will move from soil to roots and form a water column. Now this will have more water and salts will move upward. This will now have high concentration. So to maintain equilibrium, again a column will be formed, and such type this column will exert pressure and these columns will move upward. If I give you example, you take a beaker and you put very thin pipe in it, then the water is raised little bit as the level of water. You will find this pipe will have water up to here and this beaker will have water up to here. This is because the air pressure is exerted on it. Same way, these water columns move upward, but this only force is not enough to move the water to the aerial parts. So there is another force acting on, that is transpiration pool. What is transpiration? The water is lost from the plants through evaporation. This is the plant. Sunlight comes and the water evaporates. This evaporation of water through the plant body is known as transpiration, and when water evaporates, there is a pressure occur which sucks the water upward. This pressure transport the water to the aerial parts. This is how the water is transported in the plants. Let's revise again how water is transported. 1. The roots absorb salts. To maintain equilibrium, the water rise upward to the roots from the soil and the water column is formed. This water column move upward because of the pressure. Again a water column will form. This will move upward because of the pressure. Second, there is a transpiration pool which pulls the water upward. This is how the water is transported in the plants. Now let's talk about food. Food is formed in the leaves. Basically the food is sugars. In the transportation of food, we require ATP. ATP will send the food, that is sugars, to the phloem cell. This phloem cell will have high concentration of sugars. There will be a osmotic pressure between two cells. To maintain this osmotic pressure, the food will move to the next cell. Again, to maintain the osmotic pressure, the food will move to the next cell. This is how the food is transported in the plants. Phloem tissue helps to transport the food. This tissue has sieve cells and companion cells. The food will reach to these companion cells and sieve cells with help of ATP, and there will be a osmotic gradient formed. To balance this gradient, the food will move from one cell to the another cell, then to the another cell. This is how the food is transported in the plants. This was whole about the transportation in plants. Water is transported through xylem tissue with help of physical forces, and food is transported with phloem tissue with help of ATP and osmotic pressure. This is how the food is transported in the plants and water is transported in the plants. Thank you.